Manchester United is going up against Fulham this weekend in what is one of our only two options of lifting a trophy or competing for the rest of the season. Who are we? Manchester United. So this weekend is FA Cup week. The competition is currently at the quarter-final stage, and of course, when you are at that stage, you are one of the people contesting for winning the competition. Now we are going up against Fulham, which is a strong side, and I think we played Fulham about last month. The match ended in a 1-0. Manchester United won the match. The goal was scored by Lisandro Martinez, which obviously is not available at the moment because of injury. Now, the side that played them that day was much stronger because we did not have as much injuries as we have as at this present day. But if we are still in the competition, you don't give up, you are still competing. And you have to understand there are other tough teams in this competition. We have Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Newcastle, as well as Man City. They are still very much gunning for this FA Cup competition. But when there is life, there is hope. So as a Manchester United fan, even with this squad I'm looking at, I still feel there's still a chance so long we're still in the tournament. Now, before I go on, I want to thank you for watching the video, and I want to take this moment for us to pause. And I know you have been forgetting to like the video. I know you have been forgetting. So this is me appealing to you to take a moment to please like the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do not forget to hit the subscribe button before we continue. So now that you have done that, let's talk about the match. Manchester United is one of those clubs that is never going to have any silent moment. Even when we're winning or losing, there's always going to be ups and downs. And right now, we are probably at one of the weakest points we've been in a long time. I think we're 14th position in the EPL, I'll be 15th position, and we're still alive in the Europa competition as well as the FA Cup competition. But the match ahead of us now is the FA Cup match. Now, I've been seeing a lot of reports about, Ineos. People have been going after the Ineos, the group. People have been going after the manager for the lack of performance. Now, see, I understand. It is really hard to watch Manchester United play this bad. I haven't watched the press conference or the interview between Rio Ferdinand and the manager, some days ago, and you can see it in his eyes. He even said it, that he feels terrible. Imagine being the one in charge of this team. He said something about seeing them perform in training or seeing them stick to the formation in training, and come match day, everything goes out of the blue. You see them performing rubbish. I think I've heard that before, moving from Benny McCarthy, an interview he did. We have been rubbish when it comes to matches, but it's largely down to quality of the squad, and it's not the first time. We have known this for ages. Since Alex Ferguson left, there have not been a midfield. Yes, we had Popova, we had Herrera, but there have never been a time since Ferguson left that we had this composed midfield that was able to control games. Yes, during social regime or its tenure as the Manchester United coach, we had wins we had high moments that were, even during Eric Ten Hag, we had these high moments. But you cannot sustain that in the long term. You think teams like Arsenal, they built, and it took years for them to build. Now, Arsenal and Manchester United are a total different beast from Arsenal. We understand. So, but that's why I'm telling the fans we have to have more patience, because it take longer time for beans to boil than for rice to boil. So Manchester United, we are that big ship that doesn't really take just one person to sail. It takes a team to sail. Even Ferguson's time, he didn't do it alone. So my fellow Manchester United fan, I'm telling you, you have to exercise patience. And yes, we do have a chance of winning the FA Cup, and yes, we do have a chance of the Europa. But this video is meant for our preview of the match versus Fulham. So you can only face the opponent right in front of you. So we are going up against Fulham. So I will give you my predicted 11 for this match, as well as my predicted scoreline. The match is taking place at Old Trafford, which Old Trafford for a while now become a pressure box for the players. The manager said it in his interview that you can feel the nervousness from the atmosphere when the game starts. You know, our players, they are afraid to do the basics, the passing of 5 meter passes, the movement. You can see from the goalkeeper also making mistakes. And it's that pressure that is in Old Trafford. And that is something that has to do with confidence and has to do with how the players they are perceiving their environment. And of course, we know the Manchester environment have not been conducive for the longest. You know, we had bankers running the club for quite a while. Now, we probably for the first time in a while, we have had footballing people handling the club. So it is 1 year on now, I think, and I think we'll have to be patient. So let's dive into my predicted 11 for the match. It's not going to be much different from the 11 we saw last because there's a lot of injury in the squad, and we don't see the manager did not mention that any players were coming back from injury. So this is the 11 that we're going to see. Binder is obviously injured, so Onana keeps his position. I think it's going to be Lindelof, Maguire, and Euro. Dogu got the straight red card, so he's going to miss this match. So for the left wing back position and the right wing back position, we really do not have a lot of options. It's going to be Mazarawi and Diego Dalot. And for the center midfield is where I did small alteration. I bring in Eriksen and Ugarte, for the midfield positions. I was thinking about it. I know Casemiro has been starting more games recently, but I haven't really seen any progress. Plus, we have our match coming up with Real Sociedad, I think 4 days after the match tomorrow, which is after the match with Real Sociedad coming up on Thursday. So I think we might just see Eriksen for this one and probably Casemiro for that one. So I'm going with Casemiro, Eriksen and Ugarte. While for the attacking positions, I'm going with Bruno Fernandes, Zexi, and Højlund. Now, a lot of people like me, I would like to really see the youth play. A lot of people have been screaming to allow youth to play, but you have to understand we're in such a fragile state that even we need wins. We need to build confidence, and it is hard for the manager to take the gamble for these matches that we need. Like, we do need to win a cup, and this FA Cup is an opportunity for us to win a cup. So I understand when the manager hesitates to train the kids into these kind of matches. So for me, I really don't think he's going to start with the kids. Probably we'll get to see substitution, and maybe Shido will come in at some point. But for now, I think he's going to stick with the lineup and stick with the attack he has been using for the previous games, which is Højlund. I think Zexi has been performing better, and like we know, Bruno Fernandes has been our best player for the longest since he signed for the club. Is this team strong enough to win Fulham? I don't know. It's all fate at this point with Manchester United because the performances are that poor. I cannot confidently tell you that we're going to win this match. Why? Because one is in Old Trafford. And yes, that's supposed to be an advantage, but right now the pressure at Old Trafford, it makes it worse for the players. And secondly, we do not have a team. Yeah, it's not like we had a team that was performing at the highest peak before the injuries, but at least you had senior players, and somebody might turn up on the day, one individual like Lisandro Martinez turned up in the last match we played them in the Premier League. But now we're limited in options to even select. If the match goes haywire, we don't really have any substitutions apart from the kids. I really am anticipating and looking forward to see one of these kids with this bright future, those kids on the bench, come in and prove they can take their place in the team, especially that Garnacho position. I'm looking to see one of the kids come in and do something amazing, and from there, maybe he gets a chance into the first team and staying in the first team. It's going to be a tough match because we do not have Dogu, and for the last match, we have seen what having Dogu can give to us. So we are going to be playing with two defenders as the left wing back and right wing back. So it's going to be a hard match. For my prediction or predicted scoreline for the match, I'm going to give it a Manchester United 2, Fulham 1. Yes, I'm giving us the win. My prediction of the match is not down to any tactics or anything I've seen in the Manchester United squad recently. It's just down to the fact that I love Manchester United, and I feel, there's always this hope towards these matches, and I feel Fulham is there for the taking. Not an easy side, but they are there for the taking. Plus, it's quarter-final. Maybe our players will stand up to the occasion like they did against Man City, against Arsenal. Maybe they will stand up to the occasion, because this competition is there for the taking. And yes, winning an FA Cup this season would be a really good one to build morale for the next season coming. You let me know in the comment section what is your predicted scoreline for the match. As always, who are we? Manchester United. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one. Bye.